It would be great to have someone who could do our work for us, right? Someone to prevent us from making mistakes. Someone to assist with our routine professionally and allow us to devote our time to communicating with our closest people. If only we could get results without wasting our time for nothing. Unfortunately, it's impossible in real life. But wait, Liteforex social trading. Spend your time doing what really matters to you.
Good morning again, guys. 10th of September 2019, ~10 a.m. CET, ~9 a.m. London. Piotr here, and we are going to cover UK job market data. But before we switch to the discussion about the British pound, first quick risk warning and then situation on the euro as well. So bear with me here, guys. Please bear in mind trading effects on margin carries a high level of risk. May not be suitable for investors. You can sustain a loss of some or all initial investments, so please do not invest money you cannot afford to lose. Seek education, gain experience before risking real money. However, past performance doesn't guarantee future results. Okay, guys, as you can see in the chat window, German's Fin Minister Scholz says that the new budget presentation, the 2020 budget, is going to be solid without the new debt. So that was the first initial reaction on euro dollar, probably to the downside because of that. But to be honest with you guys, I think it was just stop hunt, because it's a good, from the euro perspective, that might be good. I know that market was expecting some new debt issuance, some more easing, but it might be for euro neutral towards Thursday, but it might be negative for the current information from the German. It might be negative for the DAX, right? Because German economy is screaming, right, that they need to have something done when we are talking about the especially German data. So this type of the comment got the chance to be negative from the DAX perspective. Unfortunately, second day in a row they couldn't hit even my level, my yesterday selling level around 12,250. Today we spoke this morning that maybe if we are going to take into the consideration that yesterday we had the range, so maybe we will hit 12,280, 12,300, right? But looks like overall there is a little bit of a risk of sentiment this morning. Going back to euro, in that case, let me make some cleanings. Still, bulls were trying to break and rally through the Tokyo high. Unfortunately, they failed very quickly. I still think that from the swing trading perspective, there is a possibility to see 1065, maybe, right? For now, we are trading this over under based on what we've seen on Thursday. Okay, so for now, and also because of the upcoming ECB, I think 1070, 110 still might be tradable range. Right now, we are in the middle of that range, so do nothing. In regards to cable, during the UK job market, I'm going to focus on euro, pound, and pound Swiss franc. So let's quickly discuss cable here. I think that it might be the way like this. So we saw on Thursday huge huge pound rally, and in regards to the pound, right after this chart comment, I'm going to connect with Michał, and he's going to provide for some more information. So that's what we've seen. Thursday, Monday rally, right? So let's have a look what we have from the pullback perspective. That was the pullback. Let's have a look if we can get the pullback. As you can see, it's not accidental. Everything is logical here. Eventually, the pullback might hit a weekly open, blue dotted line, levels around 2270, right? In that case. So we have a failure yesterday above Thursday high. There was an attempt to go higher. Strong rejection, but guys, come on. You know, UK Parliament is suspended, so why pound should go higher? Anyway, still, I've been looking for 24 plus to try to hit my sell orders. And right now, because of the current price action, I'm taking into the consideration Asian very tight range. And in case of the move back towards 2350, I'm going to look to sell the pound. I would like to see the rally right now, right? Rally back towards the Asian range. And I'm going to in case I'm going to hit the sell button, I will let you know. So I would like to see the rally right now, and then because of this possible same in size correction, I would like to see move down towards the weekly open. That would be my target. Now, of course, below yesterday low, there are plenty of stops, and of course below Thursday low, plenty of stops. But market from the medium term perspective need to get back below 2180, 2150 to try to activate this supply we've seen here from the 2nd of September, right? And what we seen the demand on the 4th of September. So, of course, this political situation in UK is very, very difficult, but that's probably what Michał is going to tell us about. So let's try to connect with Michał right now. Stay with me. I'll be back within few seconds. All right, Mr. Michał, you've got like 6 minutes.
Okay, Mr. Piotr. Which side can we start? Maybe I will start from commenting about the data, what I think about it. Thus, there was the latest readings from latest month were a little bit better overall. For example, the GDP. I think I think the data from the job market will be according to the prognosis, because you know, it's like, of course the investments are stopped because of the Brexit mess, and yeah, there are no confidence in you know, beginning of the opening of the new companies and starting new businesses, but overall we didn't saw a big how to say it, that big companies were firing a lot of big amount of the workers. So I guess it will stay like the prognosis, because also the financial sector is very stable. There were signs that about 1 trillion in assets were off the London, of the UK, according to those latest readings in this situation. But still, it's the financial sector is about 11 trillion dollars, so it's very stable. And I think those by this example, the average earnings the reading will be according to the prognosis. And
anything
yeah,
about the UK Parliament shutdown?
Yes, it's what can we say? I think this whole mess, you know, with the backstop, the UK don't want to rely on the EU because the thing that Theresa May was did negotiate in the previous deal that the Parliament refused to sign was that okay, we will give you the time, so the extension. You will work still under the UK law. The trade will go on as you know, nothing changes, and we will give you time to, you know, make the deals, make the new deals. But in this deal was the backstop thing, that also that later the border will be just for the Northern Ireland and not for the whole UK, and that's one of the things that they couldn't agree, because they said that it will you know, like will be causing will be causing the distortion in the unity of the whole UK. And yeah, we saw this thing that Boris Johnson saying after he was overvoted, that he will
6 defeats within 1 week.
yes, it's KO, we can say right now, because the thing is they will force him if they will refuse to make a no deal exit, and the new deal will also be not satisfying for the Parliament. They passed the law that he will have to ask the EU to extend the term for the 2020 years. So, and after that, I think he will, you know, resign. He's saying that, you know, he will do whatever he needs, whatever it takes to.
Sounds like Draghi speech.
Yeah, not force, not ask the EU to extend the term, but the date of the exit. But I think, yeah, he will not, you know, not obey the law. He will go with the law, and yeah, because then he will face the trial and eventually the prison. So I think he will not do that, and eventually resign, and we will be at the point zero.
Okay, Michał, where from here in your opinion, and why for the pound after the data?
After the data, you know, I don't see quite good your charts. I will open my own platform.
Well, you've got 30 seconds.
I know. Give me 3. Pound USD. Okay. About the data, I think the readings will be also good, and as I mentioned before, and I'm not quite sure if we will go as your scenario to go lower to the level of the latest opening, but I think we will go at least upward, at least to the level 2381. To this resistance, and yeah, after that, it depends how strong the reading will be, if they will, you know, go up or go up.
Okay,
you know,
we will see. We will see.
With the one candle, or yeah.
I'm looking for a selling opportunity around 2350,
okay.
So well ahead of your level. Anyway, Michał, thank you very much. Wish you great few trading sessions. As you know, I'm leaving and going to get back, and we have. I'm going to have a meeting next stream at 20th of September. All the best for you, and have a good one.
Yeah, same to you. Have a good trip.
Thank you. Take care.
Yeah, take care. Bye.
Okay, guys, Euro Pound, we are testing right now the range, Tokyo range, top of the Tokyo range. Let's have a look if we can get somewhere towards 89.45 after the data. That would provide some buying opportunity probably here on the Euro Pound, I do believe. that at least ahead of the ECB we are going to see this move towards 90. Market will try to get back above that level. That's how I see the things on the euro pound. Think that something between 89.45, 89.35 with the stop below this pre-London open low below 20.26. Let's have a look what we have from the data perspective. How does it look like? Especially the wages are higher, so that might be positive overall. Looks like we have strong number here. So let me copy and paste for you to the chat window. So yeah, it looks like the quite good number here. Even better than what market was expecting. So Miha was saying that he's expecting no downside surprise, that there is not gonna be downside surprise, so he was right. Now the pound has to prove if it's enough for the bulls to try to push cable higher, but overall strong number here. So in that case, I'm looking for pound Swiss franc eventually to the upside. As you know, we were trading some Swiss franc versus pound previous week. That's what I think might be the challenge right now. So I'm looking for some kind of the pullback on the pound Swiss franc. Now the question is how low can we go? I would say that again still something below 21. So maybe we are going to test yesterday low at some point, because data is a one thing. The second thing is the whole Brexit mess and politician uncertainty, right? So maybe from that perspective, a bigger pullback here. And so let's switch to the hourly. And my way of thinking here, it's very similar to what we discussed with cable. All right. So I think that if that's the latest range since yesterday, we are talking about the intraday perspective. So in case we are going to double that range, right, we might test the demand related to yesterday and Friday low, right? So levels around 21.10. And in case of the stop count, as you can see, 2060, this breakout level. Over here. So that's two possible demand zones, but anyway, pound is trying to hold yesterday New York low, at least for now. So that would be, the stop count based on this some kind of the double bottom yesterday and hitting 2080, 2060. That's what I've been talking about. All right, the euro pound is pulling back towards. So let's have a look. What we can, if we can narrow something. And yeah, that's the latest, as you can see here, guys. That's the latest zone where we saw the weakness, intraday weakness, I'm talking about this sell-off here, right? So yeah, let's have a look if we can reach that level. 50% of that is something around 89.45, and trying to do this with eventually over under. So we are talking about in between 45 and 35. Let's have a look if we can get these levels and if we can have some buy setup here. But it's only intraday perspective, guys. I'm not going to fall in love with any euro position ahead of the ECB for longer than, from the intraday perspective. Because I'm not gonna be able to cover this ECB. Let me provide a few words for you. as I mentioned this morning, it's going to be either ECB will deliver and then we will see huge euro sell-off, or market takeaway is going to be that ECB didn't deliver, then the fireworks to the upside on euro might have a place, right? Now, if ECB will deliver, then, you know, it two outcomes when we are talking about the different assets than the FX market. Because lately, for quite some time, bad news was a good news because central banks are gonna be print more, so all the risky assets were flying, right? There was usually sky high. And probably that's what some are expecting, but because in case of ECB to deliver, this type of the behavior is widely expected, I have to be in the contrary as usual, right? So in that case, if you are going to watch ECB rate decision, and in case the market takeaway is going to be that ECB delivered what they were supposed to deliver, so huge big package, right? And it might be initial spike on the risky assets, right? But I would be careful, as I mentioned quite a few times already. At some point, market will be scared by this type of the action. Hi Kainat, how you doing? I'm not sure if it's going to be this time in case of the delivering by the ECB, but the longer we are going to behave as we are behaving, the worst thing at some point in the future will happen, right? So we will see. Of course, in case of market takeaway is going to be that ECB didn't deliver, then especially DAX might be under pressure, and we might see flying sky high for euro. But I would be careful. Euro dollar might hit 12.50 as we discussed, but I think in case of this non-delivery by the ECB, because ECB has to do something more what market is currently expecting, right? That's maybe euro versus commodity currencies, because we are going to see the spike down then on the risky assets, right? So it's going to be worth to think and watch from that perspective, right? I'm not saying that immediately we have to trade in the contrary, but I think it's worth to remember about that. Kainat, Carney is about to leave within the next few months, right? So he doesn't care. I've been listening few of those press conferences, and the thing is that most probably they cannot do anything because of this whole Brexit mess. Right now with this UK Parliament suspension, that's even less to do. Of course, as a joke, it's a possibility of, just again, as a joke, is a possibility that Boris Johnson will suspend Bank of England as well. So, yeah, I'm not discussing with the market because I cannot move the market. So I'm not discussing with the market. But the current overall pound level, in my opinion, based on what we have, is simply too high. But of course, because everyone thinks that it's too high, so we have those occasionally spikes. That's what I've been trying to explain you in regards to the upcoming ECB, right? So I think that there is also a possibility that half of the UK didn't realize yet that there is a Brexit, real Brexit, because we will see. And of course, the full responsibility is on the politicians' side. But yeah. And UK is not the first and for sure not the last where we see this type of the, let's call it politicians comedy, right? Because you can use much stronger words, but I don't think here is a good place to do that. Anyway, let's get back. Yeah, that's what I think. That's what I think, especially if the ECB will deliver this, will fulfill the market expectations with huge package. So then euro and pound, you know, they are gonna to fight which one is the weakest. Anyway, let's have a look what we have right here, right now, as euro is pulling back towards the possible demand level. Let's have a look if we can stop here, or if we are going to see straight move to the downside like Niagara Fall. Then of course I'm going to avoid that trade. We saw a little bit of the stop count on the pound Swiss franc earlier today when this overall pound spiked to the upside. Then we pull back, but we are holding lows. So, you know, it's worth to. It's a very similar situation to what we have on the cable. So if we can, maybe not only buying side, maybe I will look on the pound Swiss franc from the selling perspective as well. We hit the Asian high, we hit yesterday high, rejection, trying to hold this pullback. Let's have a look how it's going to work around 22.55, 22.65. Because in case of the market will try to double that range, yeah, that's 21.30. That's not bad here. Again, the data was strong, guys. Don't forget about it. So what I'm looking here on the pound Swiss franc, you know, Captain Hook, right? Peter Pan, Captain Hook. So that could be the formation of Captain Hook. I'm sorry, Kainat. I don't know the details. I'm not British, so I'm sorry about that. I think the Wikipedia is the best. Wikipedia is the best source if you want to find out this stuff. In details, of course. All right, trying to build the upper shadow here. Trying this. Trying to hold this 89.50, but I'm looking for a little bit lower. There you go, a little bit piece of the history for you. The source, of course, Wikipedia. You are welcome, Kainat, you are welcome. Let's have a look what kind of the reaction can we have it here. Of course, the closer towards the end of top of the hour we got, and without the moving towards our levels, then because it was purely meeting in regards to the UK data, then I'm going to eventually leave you guys with some possible scenarios. Of course, you have to do your own research as usual. Okay guys, let's try to summarize this stuff. So in case of euro pound, what I would like to see, I would like to see levels below 89.45, right? So we are talking about this latest weakness here on this intraday chart, okay? So I would like to see retest of that zone, right? And somewhere in between 89.45, 89.35, I would like to see this type of the reversal, right? This type of the reversal, like this candle here. Here or this one, right? Some lower shadow reversing and closing at the high from the intraday chart perspective, right? Somewhere here. It might be on 15-minute chart, it might be on 5-minute chart. I'm going to take advantage about this. So that's what I wanna see, right? And my stop is going to be under this pre-London open low here, right? Or London open. No, it's a London open low. Sorry. It was after the London Open. Yeah. No, it was before. Jeez, Piotr. Anyway, my stop is going to be under 89.26 in that case, right? What I'm going to target? I'm going to target what we discussed before, meaning that I'm going to base on this equal moves to the upside, and my target is going to be this yesterday's levels close to the swing high, meaning that market want to try to retest at least 0.90. I'm targeting something around 89.90, 89.95. So that's the plan. That's the plan for the euro pound. And in case of the if you want to diversify, or you want to monitor if there is a more risk off or more risk on sentiment on the market, pound Swiss franc, based on the price action we've seen, in case of the risk switching towards the risk off, let's have a look how market will behave eventually when retesting 22.55, 22.60, right? And so that would be possible supply zone here, right? The stop unfortunately has to be a little bit higher. It has to be above today's high. And what I'm going to target the double of that range, meaning I'm going to target something in between 21.40, 21.30 on the pound Swiss franc. Do not have a plan right now to try to trade pound long side, at least unless something going to change and hit the market. So be careful out there, guys. It was my pleasure. It's a very short week for us. Don't forget about the ECB because of my personal stuff and because of some changes we are preparing. I'm gonna be away for the next 9 days probably. We have next stream at 20th of September. That's Friday, right? Next Friday. So guys, be careful out there. Don't be trapped. Don't try to chase the market. Yeah. And let's have a meeting together next Friday, guys. All the best. Have a good one and see you next week. Goodbye, guys.
It would be great to have someone who could do our work for us, right? Someone to prevent us from making mistakes. Someone to assist with our routine professionally and allow us to devote our time to communicating with our closest people. If only we could get results without wasting our time for nothing. Unfortunately, it's impossible in real life. But wait, Liteforex social trading. Spend your time doing what really matters to you.